Factory stock on the track here following our bomber feature. Getting Hayden Gray, of course. He's getting buckled into his factory stock number 22 down there on the infield. He looks like he's got buckled in safely. Of course, we're giving him plenty of time. Want all of our drivers to be as safely buckled in as they can. In our factory stock feature, it'll be the B5 out of Rockville, Tennessee. That's John Bowling. In the 10W, that's Mr. Jimmy Woodard. As Mr. Flagman giving them the green and yellow together. Letting them run some laps around here. Make sure we're getting anything that's on the track kind of wore down into the track. He's now throwing the caution flag. We're going to slow him back down. Back to our starting lineup in row number 2. In the number 10 out of Tullahoma, Isaac James. Outside of row 2, in the 89 out of Burwood, Mark Jones. In row number 3. In the number 22, Hayden Green just got running in actually winning the bomber feature out of Linville, Tennessee. And outside of row 3 in the number 59, Michael Lewandowski. I do not see the 59 of Michael Lewandowski out on the track, so apparently something happened to that hot rod. In the C23 out of Hohenwald, Chris Barber. And in the 17M, Charles McKay. They're all lined up, waiting on the field to pass our 17M of Charles McKay. And they'll be coming back to the start-finish line where Hubs will be giving them one to go. He's holding the flag in his hand, pointing at them, giving them the one to go sign, and we're getting ready to get factory stock feature underway here at Thunderhill Raceway Park. Again, this will end night number 1 here of our Mark Fields Memorial Weekend as the B5 of John Bowling and Jimmy Woodard brings them to the green flag. Off of turn number 2 down the backstretch is Bowling. Now James going to squeeze up under the 10 of Woodard in his 10. Off of turn number 4 is going to be James actually in front of the other 10 of Woodard. Off of turn number 2, it's Bowling still out front, but James and Woodard battling it out for that second spot in them number 10s. It's going to be Bowling off of turn number 4. He's going to have the second spot to complete lap number 2. Off of turn 2, it's Bowling by about 3 car lengths over James. James, a couple of car lengths over Woodard. Back from Woodard, another couple of car lengths is Mark Jones in at number 89. And Hayden Green, your top 5, as the 17M of McKay going to be pulling it off of turn number 3. Going to be headed down the boulevard in front of our race fans here in just a moment. Right now, though, you've got Bowling finishing lap number 4. Off of turn 2, he's pulled out to about an 8-10 car length advantage over Isaac James. Right behind James, though, about a half car length back is Jimmy Woodard. Caution flag coming out for a spin over in turn 2. Barber spinning at number 23 over in turn number 2. Bringing the field to a crawl now. 4 laps complete here in our 15-lap factory stock feature. Apparently Barber was on his own as he's going to stay at the tail end of the field. Down the front stretch in front of the race fans comes Bowling, James, Jimmy Woodard. It looks like the 10 of James going to select the inside to restart in our Delaware double. Jimmy Woodard on the outside. It's James in the blue and white 10. It's Woodard in the orange and black number 10. Down the backstretch coming to the green flag. Mr. Flagman says, let's go. Green flag in the air. We're ready to get it kicked back on here in our factory stock feature. Down the backstretch, Bowling going to pull out to the lead. The 210s are still tied back side by side, but James going to pull it off of turn 4. It's Isaac James. As they turn off into turns 1 and 2, about a car length difference between the top 3. Down the backstretch, Hayden Green and Chris Barber battling it out back in the 4th spot. The 5th spot. As Bowling going to pull the field off of turn 2. He's pulled out to a couple of car length advantage, about 2 more car lengths back to Jimmy Woodard from behind Isaac James. Coming to the cross flags. Halfway through, Mr. Flagman says. As McKay, here comes the caution again here on our factory stock, as we've got a piece of debris sitting down here in turn number 3 as our track crew looks like a nose piece off of one of our hot rods out here. I believe that was off the 23 of Barber. It looked about like the colors of Barber's number 23 anyway. Barber going to pull it off a track off of turn 2 as well. He's going to be making his way down the boulevard coming toward the race fans here. As Hubble looking to give the field to one to go this time by. 7 laps complete now in our factory stock feature. 7 laps complete. Here comes Barber off or down the boulevard here. As the race fans looking for him to come down the boulevard. Also the 17 of McKay in front. In the track attack, Mitchell Farms, 17M. And here comes Barber. That was his nose piece, as I see only half of it still on the car. As we're back under green, Bowling out front in that B5. The 210 side by side as they have been every restart. Oh, they're getting into each other down the front stretch, but they're keeping it straight. As Mark Jones trying to get around Isaac James, going to pull it to the infield. Not sure what happened to the 10 of Isaac James. Bowling now out front. Jimmy Woodard in second. Bowling out to about a 12 car length advantage over the 10 of Jimmy Woodard. Bowling now crossing a stripe. Mr. Flagman giving them the sign. 5 laps remaining. Down the backstretch they go. Bowling going to turn it into turn 3. He's going to come to complete lap number 11. 4 laps remaining in our factory stock feature. As Bowling bringing the field off of turn 2. Jimmy Woodard about 8 to 10 car lengths behind him now. As they both bring it through turns 3 and 4. 12 laps complete. 3 laps remaining. Bowling still out front. Pulling the field by about 10 car lengths over Jimmy Woodard, who's in second. Third place now held by the 22 of Hayden Green, and rounding out your field in number 89, Mr. Mark Jones. Out of turn 4, coming to the wide flag. It's going to be the B5 of John Bowling, then Jimmy Woodard, and Hayden Green now crossing. Down the back stretch, John Bowling, can he make it through 2 more turns? Coming to the checker flag out of turn 4. It's John Bowling going to take the checker, followed by the 10 of Jimmy Woodard, then the 22 of Hayden Green, and the 89 of Mr. Mark Jones.